Hi, my name is Miyo Strong. I'm the program director for the Elizabeth Smart Foundation's program Smart Defense. I'm also a black belt in Brazilian Jiu-jitsu.
What did you teach at camp?
Some of the things that we went over this camp included strangles, pins. We did lots of drilling on how to use your voice. We covered more of the education surrounding sexual violence than we typically do because we have a group of amazing women who are already familiar with grappling. We use Krav Maga, Brazilian Jiu-jitsu, and Muay Thai kickboxing within a trauma-informed space. And so we were able to really dive deep into some of the strangles, into striking. We did a lot of distance management, a lot of Muay Thai. It was fun.
How is this different than just training jiu-jitsu MMA with a man in the gym?
Okay. So that's a really good question. How do we differentiate between just regular day-to-day training in the gym with consensual partners that include men versus how do we do that here in the training room with our Smart Defense curriculum? They're similar, but they are different, and a lot of that is in the ways that we put you in pressure-filled situations and the techniques and moves that we expose you to. So we take our 20 most common sexually violent attack scenarios from the Department of Justice's database, and we've applied those to our training program. None of them are really on the curriculum at a traditional jiu-jitsu gym or even in a lot of the self-defense programs out there. We do adapt quite a bit to the crowd, so depending on questions, feedback, we can take it in whatever direction they want. While we do work obviously in a consent-based environment at our jiu-jitsu gyms, or at least that is the standard we should be searching for, we do a really good job of modeling that behavior as coaches, as well as asking each individual participant to use consent behavior within any movement that we do.
What are some moments that stand out to you teaching to this group of women?
Oh my gosh, there are so many moments that stand out to me teaching this group of women. First of all, this is our first time really getting to coach jiu-jitsu specific athletes and females. And man, it really brings it home to me that even though we spend time on the mat and we make it a priority to learn how to train, a lot of women come to jiu-jitsu for self-defense, there are so many other layers that we're unable to really address within a jiu-jitsu specific environment. So being able to combine it like we were today and yesterday during our sessions here at camp really was a standout experience for me. I do love watching the body language and the energy, paying attention to the energy in the room. For example, yesterday we did a ton of striking series, and man, the energy was like, yeah, like we're into it, like very, very powerful, aggressive, empowered. And today when we went over some of the other like scarier scenarios like strangles, strangles against a wall, hair pull, some other common forms of sexual violence, there was a shift in energy, and being able to understand where people's fears lie, giving them a safe and brave space to explore those with highly trained partners in a very controlled environment can be a huge game changer in like the progress that women are able to take within their self-defense journey. So there were a ton of standouts. I mean, there were another series of women that just impressed me. Like, I know they're scared, I can see it, I can feel it, and yet they push through and they surprise themselves, they surprise everybody in the room. They don't surprise the coaches because we know you guys are all capable of it, but I think that shift in being fearful to being empowered is something that we saw a lot of this camp, and man, it's inspiring, it's motivating, it is the reason why we do what we do, and I'm just like honored to be a part of it all.
If you were to teach at another camp and if there's a woman that's kind of maybe like a little hesitant, a little afraid to try, like what would you say to encourage her to try your class?
Okay, so what would I say, what would I say to somebody who is thinking about taking a camp but maybe feeling...
Who's maybe afraid of trying like a self-defense class, whether at a camp or just in general, what would you encourage her to kind of just try it out and see what it is?
Yeah. Okay, so how would I encourage somebody who's feeling a little bit apprehensive of taking a self-defense course? I think my first step would be to find the right fit for you. And some things that really are important to me is that they are female-led. I know that as a survivor myself, I find great value in having a female leading the environment. But I also feel strongly that men should be included along the way in those self-defense classes, because the vast majority of sexual violence happens at the hands of men. It's very important that you learn how to train in that stressful environment with safe, vetted coaches. So I'd look for female-led. I'd look for a class that, you know, incorporates safe men. And then I would also just write a goal list. Like, why are you going? What draws you to it? Why do you feel this pull for a self-defense class? And understanding that usually it's because you feel vulnerable, or you feel exposed, or you've had past traumas, or a family member, right, is encouraging you to go, or you're at a stage in your life where maybe you're gonna go away to college or away to a job, or just new environments where you might be at risk. So all of those reasons are very, very valid, and learning to choose yourself and to give yourself the time and the training and the community. Honestly, like, self-defense classes in general should be about building a bigger, stronger, healthier community of women supporting women.